student friend of mine there today, very nice girl, Sonia, and she was telling me she was out last week, Copperface Jacks, and she met this gorgeous looking fella. So, needless to say, they went back to her place. He was no sooner in the door, before he even kissed her, he went in and washed his hands. After he kissed her, before he did anything else, he went in and washed his hands. So she says to him, "You're a dentist, aren't you?" "Yes," I said. "How do you know?" She said, "Well, you keep washing your hands." An hour later, after the deed was done, she says to him, "And you're a very good dentist, aren't you?" "Well, I am actually," says he, "but how do you know?" "Oh," she said, "I never felt a thing." But end is always nice. Oh yeah, but he thinks so. So much so, he's bringing out a new charge now for everyone that doesn't agree with his form of politics. It's going to be called a skeptic plea charge. Yeah. And he's going to be in more trouble now the next month or so. Did you see what he did last week? He invited over the Chinese vice president over here to Ireland with 150 businessmen, Chinese businessmen, showed them all the sides of Ireland, and then brought them up to Crow Park and showed them how to make curries. The only authentic craft we have left, you know. I'm thinking like, what an agent he is. And it was all to promote Irish jobs. In the next month or two now, you'll see that shops flooded with mass-produced plastic curries with signs on the written "Made in China." And that Joan Burton is no better. The social welfare minister. Yeah. But she's saying now that people will not get social welfare unless they're unemployed in two professions. So what she's going to do is now, she's going to have all these training courses, you know, the visa courses, so people say that they're qualified in something and you still get the dough. But she's really clamping down now on people. Oh yeah. She's brought in a new rule now that you're not allowed to wear your pajamas to the social welfare office. She says it doesn't give a good impression if you're going for an interview, a job interview, and she's beginning to doubt now whether people wearing the pajamas to the social welfare offices are really sincerely looking for work. But did you ever notice now, around this time of the year, somebody famous always says, you know, recently, you know, the last, about 10 years ago, Bob Hope died and Johnny Cash. Before Christmas, Steve Jobs died. And Jimmy Savile. Yeah. You know, there's no hope, no cash, no jobs, and Jim's not there to fix it. But being the day that it is Ash Wednesday, Holy Day, I tell you, I just thought a story now about a friend of mine, Stella. Got very bad news about it this morning. Her husband, it was her 60th birthday, and her husband brought her on a lovely skiing holiday. First day up the slopes, she slipped, banged her head, out cold, brought to the hospital. And when she was unconscious, God appeared to her. And he told her she was going to live for another 30 years, 6 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. So when she came to, she said, if I want to live this long, if I look well. So she in the hospital, she got her boobs up, tummy tuck, face done. She went down to the hairdresser with the hair dyed. She was walking out of the hospital, got knocked down by an ambulance. She went straight ahead and God help her. She saw God and said, "Hey, God, hey you! What in the world with you?" God said, "What's wrong?" She said, "I was in hospital and you told me I was going to live another 30 years, 6 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. And I spent a fortune on plastic surgery. I even got my hair done." And God turned around to her and he said, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry to tell her. I didn't recognise you." But the recession hit everyone. Even the young kids, even the people who have young kids at the door, like Baker said to his daddy the other night, "Daddy, what politics?" And his daddy says, "Well, Baker, I'm the head of this household, so I'm like the Taoiseach. Because your mother looks after things in this household, she's like the government. The nanny, we call her the working class. And you and your brother, well, you had a future." Baker went to bed that night. He woke up, he heard his brother crying, as his brother had just his nappy. He went into Mammy's room. Mammy was in the laundromat. He went into Daddy's room. He found him in bed with Nanny. So he went into his own room and cried himself to sleep. Next morning at breakfast, Daddy says, "Well, Secret, do you understand politics now?" "Yes, Secret. The government is in the landlord. The teachers are in the working class. The people are being ignored. And the future is in deep shit." Good night, kids.